Hi guys, and welcome to Alistair Davies Golf. Today I'm doing an equipment review, and the equipment review is of the Evnroll putter. Regarded as kind of the sweetest face in golf, and it's a very popular putter at the moment. There's lots of people sort of doing reviews and trying it out. So what I'm going to try and do today is a very factual review, actually test to see if it does what it's meant to do. So I'm over at the Quintic studio, and we're looking at basically using a robot to hit balls in the center, the toe and the heel to look at how the ball responds to that. So does it go the similar kind of distance? How does the ball come off the face? I'm really trying to measure if it does what it's meant to do and see how good this putter is. In terms of the putter itself, when I actually pick it up and look at it, it's a lovely looking putter. Aesthetically it sits really nice when I look down on it. This is the ER1 model. There are 4 models currently in the program, if you like, some mallets and some blades. This is the one I wanted to test and try. This is the one that's fitting my eye the best, if you like. The idea behind the technology, if you like, it's got a varied thickness in the grooves, and the idea being that if you had a putter with no grooves, it would produce a further putt than this would. The grooves are actually taking some surface area away to actually make the ball come off, if you like, softer. And what it has is in the center of the putter, it has a wider gap in the grooves than it does in the toe and the heel. With the eye being that if you hit a putter off the toe or the heel, it has more surface area to hit the ball. So it produces, if you like, a hotter contact, so the ball will go further. So we're going to use the ball roll system here from Quintic to see if that actually does what it's meant to do. So with this first thing we looked at was hitting the putter out the center, or what we perceived as the center as where the right line is. And what we noticed was in this instant the face actually twisted on impact, which would lead us to believe that the center of gravity in the putter isn't where the white line is. It caused the face to open 0.03 degrees. So if we had the ball in the center of the face, exactly, there'd be 0 degree of twisting at contact, and the ball would come away with straightaway roll. Bear in mind, we're using a robot to hit this. There's no variability within the example. So there's nobody, manipulating the club face when it's doing this. This is a robot test. So the next thing we did was hit the ball out the toe of the face with the robot. And what we found with this is it also created twisting, and it created the face to be open. And it also created gearing, which made the ball want to sort of have hook spin on it, like we'd see with a driver. So pretty much as Evnroll state that when you hit the ball at the toe with the putter here, it works its way back to create more straightaway roll effect. So the ball actually goes straighter in terms of overall result. In terms of distance, the distance from the toe strike went 25.13 feet. So when we looked at the heel strike with the robot, again we had a slight bit of twist in the glove face at contact. The amount of twisting was only small, which led us to believe the center of gravity of the putt was nearer the heel, but we also did have a slight bit of gearing. Obviously the gearing was less because the center of gravity was nearer to where the ball was being hit. But again, the distance the ball went with the heel strike was 24.68 feet, so very similar to the toe strike. So the last thing we did was look at where the point of no twisting was to determine where the center of gravity of the putter was and where you should effectively hit the ball out of. And this area was nearer to the heel of the putter, as shown by the picture that will come up with the green dot. So at that point we had 0 twisting with the club face. So that would be the center of gravity in the area to hit the ball out of. When we hit the ball in the center, it would look to hit the ball about 25 feet. And when we hit the ball in the heel, 24.68 feet, and the toe strike 25.13 feet. So basically this putter, when you hit the ball center, toe, or heel, goes relatively the same distance, and the gearing in the face would actually help the ball go straight to the toe and heel. So this putter works really well for off-center hits. Okay, so the results of the putter test. In regard to what the ball roll data proved to us was that the smash factor didn't change an awful lot with toe, center, or heel strikes. So it kind of shows that the ball will go similar distances regardless of the face within a tolerance. We looked at testing it from what we thought was the center spot where the line is, and then 1 centimeter to the toe, 1 centimeter to the heel. What we found was that the centered strike, and it was all done with the robot, so it wasn't me hitting these putts, we had a little bit of twisting of the club head at contact, which led us to believe that the center of gravity in the putter is slightly nearer the heel. When we tested it on the toe of the putter, that was actually the hottest spot. That's where the ball came off the fastest, but it was marginal. Certainly didn't decrease like it probably would do within a lot of putters. And the heel strike, again, the smash factor was pretty much the same. So in terms of the ball going the same distance with the center, toe, and heel strike, it pretty much does that. It does what it says on the tin. So that's great news. In terms of where the center of gravity was in this particular putter, when we looked at it, it was slightly nearer to where we thought the heel spot was originally. So it was in between the kind of center spot and the 1 centimeter to the left. So in terms of using this putter, I would try and hit the ball slightly at the heel to make sure I can get it to have the zero resistance spot. So the club face is most important for obviously direction of the ball, but we're finding that the resistance of the putter, from what I'm told from research, is more important in degrees of kind of path. So it's important to know where the 0 point of resistance is. And certainly all serious players out there should know where their 0 point of resistance is on the putter. And the only real way of knowing where it is testing it on something like the Quintic ball roll system. So, in summary, I think the putter is a good putter. I think it's a good product. I think the groove technology works. It does what it says. I think it will help most people's putting because of that, because I think most of us do hit the ball off center. I certainly do. In terms of what you should do going forward, for me, if you can have a putter and you're going to spend money on a putter and it's going to be used a lot, get a proper fitting. See someone who has technology similar to the Quintic ball roll, ideally the Quintic ball roll, because I think that's the best. That will measure where your stroke is at, what length of putter you need, what lie putter you need, what loft of putter you need, and also you can work out where your 0 point of resistance is of twisting, and that's important to know where to hit your putts out of. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please click like down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every single week. And make sure you put any comments in the box, especially if any videos you want me to cover in the future. And thanks for watching.